Big SEC game this week, and I like Alabama to keep rolling. Alabama at home.
Just can't pick against Alabama right now. They're playing so well. Steve Spurrier may pull out some tricks and make it interesting, but Alabama will roll again.
I just can't see South Carolina doing much offensively in this game. Alabama may have to score, or may have to hit 7 field goals and win 21-10, but I'm pretty sure they're going to come out with a convincing win.
Steve Spurrier has the Gamecocks flying high at 5-1, but they haven't faced a quality team like Alabama yet. The Tide will roll and remain undefeated, while the Gamecocks will lose their second game.
Alabama should beat South Carolina. I think their defense will shut down the Gamecocks, and Bama should win.
Auburn tries to bounce back from a disappointing performance last Saturday, and I think they will at home. Kentucky, without its quarterback, has some regrouping to do, plus they've been pounded the last 3 weeks.
Auburn, I believe, will bounce back after a disappointing loss at Arkansas. They played terribly. They'll play much better against a weak Kentucky team. Go with the Tigers.
Kentucky just got so many injuries. Quarterback, 2 cornerbacks, other guys. So for that reason, just can't pick against them, or can't pick against Auburn, so pick the Tigers.
Auburn hit a big thud last week against Arkansas. They'll have to regroup this week at Jordan-Hare. They get a struggling Kentucky team that's also got a lot of injuries. Could be a dangerous game for Auburn, but I think the Tigers will have too much firepower for the Wildcats in the end.
Auburn gets back to their winning ways against Kentucky. I think the Cats are pretty decent, but I think Auburn should play a lot better than they did last week.
One of the hardest games to pick this week. I'll take Troy on the road, but it won't be easy for the Trojans. I think FIU has had this game circled for most of the season. Coming off a big win, but I think
Troy's playing really good football right now. They'll go on the road and win another one. Troy's on the road. Go with the Trojans.
It could be looked as a trap game for the Trojans, but I think their offense is doing real well. FIU's got some key injuries, and Troy wins a high-scoring game.
Simply put, Troy is one of the best teams in the Sun Belt Conference, while Florida International is one of the worst. The best beat the worst, usually, and that'll be the case. The Trojans will take a big victory.
Troy has never lost to Florida International. They won't start this week. Troy will get another win.
probably the most fun national game to watch this week. There was no justice for the Longhorns last year. They beat Oklahoma, and yet we're sitting at home when the Sooners played for the national championship. I think Texas remembers that.
You can flip a coin on this one, but I'm going with Oklahoma. I just got a feel about it. Go with the Sooners.
Yeah, Oklahoma's got their quarterback back, but they're still missing a couple of other key players. I think Texas is going to give Oklahoma its third loss of the year.
All the pieces are in place for a great showdown between Texas and Oklahoma thanks to the return of Sam Bradford as Oklahoma quarterback. Colt McCoy against Sam Bradford should be an interesting game. I like Texas, and I like McCoy to win this one.
Texas plays Oklahoma. Very big game. Oklahoma's lost 2 one-point games this year, but I believe Texas should be able to beat Oklahoma and get a win.
Dangerous game for the Hokies this week as they go to Atlanta. I think they find a way to get it done. This will be their second trip to Atlanta, although the first one was in the Georgia Dome to open the season. Still, I like Virginia Tech on a roll.
Virginia Tech is playing very good football right now. This will be a tough game for them at Georgia Tech, but I'm going with the Hokies.
I like the Hokies to go in there and take a road win over Georgia Tech.
The Rambling Wreck got a big win against Florida State. This week they get the best team in the Atlantic Coast Conference, Virginia Tech. The Hokies will take out the Wreck and win big time.
Virginia Tech at Georgia Tech is our last game, as I cheat to see who I'm picking here. Georgia Tech has looked good this year, but I think Virginia Tech's a little too strong, so I like the Hokies to win.